The drink, we're clicking to the environment. We're clicking to the environment. We're drinking to the environment. Yes.
Hey everyone, this is Ted coming at you with the drink sustainability. I have on the show a very special guest that I actually found through his awesome Netflix documentary Resurface, and also he has the first study of its kind called The Impact of Ocean Therapy on Veterans with PTSD by Dr. Russell Crawford. Just want to highlight that for him. Please give a warm welcome to Van Curaza. I'm sorry if I just butchered that name, by the way.
Well, it's Curaza, and most people do, so you're not alone.
Okay,
yes.
Curaza, that's how you say it?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, please, introduce yourself further. Tell us, I know you're a professional surfer and all, so I'll let you take the reins and introduce yourself more and what you guys do.
Well, thanks for having me, Ted. And, my name is Van Curaza. I'm an ex-pro surfer, here in California on the Central Coast, Avila Beach, Pismo Beach, San Luis Obispo area, Morro Bay. And it's such a beautiful place. I never really left it. It's got its own unique culture here. It's not really urban. It's really country. So I'm not a real fan of concrete. But some of the environment here is obviously everything's growing and the population's growing and everything's happening. But I just been born and raised in this area, and I just fell in love with surfing. And I think one of the coolest thing about surfing was it wasn't connected to a human being, judging me. And and I have a long story about that statement. But basically, what it boils down to is the ocean gave me a lot of joy, and it gave me a lot of identification, and and it really shaped my life for me. And so through my journey of addiction, and but more importantly, my journey of recovery, I've been able to really see the benefits of what and how surfing affected myself, which is really why through all of that darkness, I've been able to really find a lot of light through the experiences that I've had. And, and through that, we've been able to accomplish a lot of really beautiful things. We've really been able to touch and change a lot of people's lives, in some cases save their life. As, some of the, feature films, and not feature films, but just pieces that were done on us, and some of the veterans, giving us and sharing their testimony with us and with me. And, when you're able to really do something, I guess, to really help other people, really it takes its own shape and own form. And I think the really big thing, and during my recovery, from my drug addiction, was that I was a very selfish person, and I needed to think and care and be of service to other people. And I really think that mindset in my life really changed the whole outcome of my life, that where you're able to say, that you watched a really cool documentary called Resurface, and you'll be able to talk about, the study that Russell Crawford and we did with, 100 of our past participants at Operation Surf. And I really think all of that comes through, overcoming challenges and being open and honest, and more importantly, humble enough to really admit when I needed to do something different. So, and I like to say all that stuff is because I think the reason why there are studies and more studies happening is because, and until they get known, we're not going to be able to really move out of the normal inside the box treatment, for people with challenges. and not just military, but all populations. And so that's one of my goals, one of our goals at Operation Surf. And so with help with people like yourself sharing and giving us platforms to share our mission, you know, collaborative together with other organizations and other studies. Hopefully one day we can change the opportunity for people to find other ways besides what is offered today.
Right.
I really
right.
think Mother Nature. I mean, look,
Oh, oh my
what
God.
is not more healing than that, right? So,
yeah, it can't get much better, huh?
well, it can. The water can be warm, but I guess it's the mind and it's the perception, and the fact is, being in and around the water, as Dr. Jay Nichols says, is, it's healthy, it's freeing, it's peaceful. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude.
So that's it in a kind of a quick little ramble.
Right.
And there's so many things to talk about. I just don't know what you really want to emphasize on, but it's just helping other people, being of service to others,
Right.
So.
That's amazing, man. And yeah, we're definitely gonna dive deeper into it too.
Okay.
I actually wanted to, touch up on like how you actually really got into surfing. Like, tell your story. I mean, I know you just kind of briefed us a little bit on it, but if you don't have to talk about whatever you're not comfortable with. But I mean, like, how did you get into surfing?
Well, I was a kind of a adventurous, daring child, and I really I got into like doing crazy things on BMXs before they were BMX. They were just Stingrays modified. And then I started skateboarding, and I went through the era of chains from ball bearings to precision bearing to urethane wheels to downhill slalom contest to
that's so
people
fun.
building ramps to the first skate parks. I mean, that was kind of my era. And during that whole time I went to the beach when I was, I think, about 10 years old, and went and rented a canvas mat at Kelsey's Beach Rentals in Avila Beach. And I feel a sneeze coming. Excuse me. So,
bless you.
Thank you. But the mat had just been filled up with air, so it was really stiff. So when we went to go catch these waves, we started riding on them, standing up. And so that thrill of standing up on something, skimming across the water, it was like I was kind of hooked, And so every chance we went to the beach, we were trying to find some form of, I guess, vehicle or platform or toy to stand up on. And so therefore surfing ultimately came into my life. And I got rides to the beaches with my friends, Dave Kuden and Dave Kaplan, rest in peace. He's since passed, but we had hitchhiked to the beach, and then I met some friends that their father was really about the beach, and it was really attractive to me of that beach lifestyle, and I wanted it. And when you develop a relationship with Mother Nature, specifically surfing, it's a very individual, rewarding, opportunity that we get. And it really satisfied a lot of empty holes that were in my soul, and
Right.
And I got a lot of peace, and I got a lot of joy, and I got a lot of identity from it. So that's how I started surfing, and then it just progressed more and more and more, and then I became obsessed with getting better. And Yeah, there's so much I can really go on about why I started, but I just really had a personal desire to want to become better. So that's how I got
awesome,
into
man.
it.
I'm sorry?
No, that's just how I got into it.
Right.
I just don't know. So
That's awesome, man. I could definitely relate to how surfing is very satisfying for sure.
well, like a lot of people, but I think one thing about the ocean is it's it's got that intimidating factor in it, is because it's something you can't control.
Right.
It never stops. It always changes. You have to learn to flow, as I tell everyone.
Literally go with the flow.
Yeah, well, you got to match energy with energy to create flow.
Yeah.
And you learn the energy and be able to match your energy with it. You can, therefore create some flow that really brings a lot of good experiences and good times, good memories. So
very cool, man.
But not always.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, for sure. No, man, that's awesome. So like I read on the Operation Surf website that you've been a professional surfer for 45 years, right?
Well, I attempted it. I mean, I surfed in professional contests.
Right.
I never really had any success in it. I refused to move to LA or San Diego or Orange County or even Santa Cruz at that point to be around more of the industry. So it was really hard to get financial stability because I didn't have the contest results, which really years and decades ago is just like you really had to have your results, top 44, top 16, whatever it was. I think in the ASP at that time. And most of the contests were in, to tell you the truth, really funky waves. And that wasn't my specialty, my specialty was bigger, more powerful, more open face waves. And so I had a challenging time in my professional career, but, I think I got more success after stopping competing and started surfing big waves and the toe-in stuff. And I got a bunch of double page spreads and various magazines. But I guess the success really is about the joy that I have, not what other people think of what
Right.
success is. Because we can get really caught up about what you think you need to do to find that success through other things. And I tell you what, is a lot of that struggle of not fulfilling what I thought I needed to do to be accepted or successful in that I guess that field of professional surfing. There was a lot of pain, a lot of struggle in it, and to where I was able to finally learn that it was about what I got out of it. And I enjoy competition, but I don't like losing. And it's really hard when things don't go your way, I guess. So
yeah, right, exactly. It's never fun to lose.
Yeah. So I guess I'm still a professional surfer, is because what I do with surfing is I'm still doing things for my life and for my living, but I'm now giving and sharing surfing with other people. So now
I would say you're still a professional surfer in that aspect, because there's also a saying of there's a saying that I always see on Instagram of like, the best surfer is always the one that's having the most fun.
Yeah. Well, that's true. That's a true statement. But, sometimes, life gets involved with the head. And then you have to basically just continue on and find, you know, a way to find that fun in your life, during, life, and um, so I guess, having fun is important. I think Peter Pan theory is like never forget your child ish aspect of who we are, is because the innocent child really has the most fun.
Yeah, it
You know,
does.
and
Yeah, for sure.
really about it. So,
Yeah,
but that's why we bring surfing to other people, and Operation Surf. Right now we're focused on, our military, and but that's not my only goal. I started my nonprofit to help at-risk and underserved youth because that was my background, and I think it's important, for find purpose for anyone to have a better life. So
nice, man.
yeah,
No,
so
well,
that's my professional career of surfing, pretty much.
nice. Well, we're gonna take a really quick short break, and then we're actually gonna go right into introducing and really diving deep into what Operation Surf is and why it's making such a huge impact.
All right, perfect.
All right, guys, stay tuned. Hold on 1 second. Hey, everyone. This is the second segment of The Drink Sustainability. I'm your host, Ted, of course, and with me on the show right now, the awesome, the legendary Van Curaza. Oh my God, I messed it up again.
Curaza.
Curaza. I have to get that right. Curaza.
Yeah, you can call me anything, just not late for dinner. So don't worry
No,
about it.
no, that's never good.
Yeah.
Well, again, thank you very much for being on the show, man. And I'm gonna cheers to you for what you've been doing with the drink. All right. So we're going to dive deep into what Operation Surf is. So with that being said, I'm going to let you, Van, take it away and literally just dive right into explaining what Operation Surf is.
Okay, well, thank you, and welcome back, everybody. Operation Surf is a organization that helps channel the healing powers of the ocean to restore hope, community, and purpose, and revitalize community. And that's our mission statement. But it doesn't go that way. It's those words somewhere, somehow put together. But I guess it's the Operation Surf. What we are now is an organization that provides opportunity for primarily right now our wounded military that have, actually we have veterans, active duty, and wounded military personnel, combat, non-combat, that experience combat, everything you could ever imagine. And we got different programs, but so loaded question. But Operation Surf, that primarily everyone knows and hears about, is our week-long curriculum-based surf program that allows a group of veterans to come with like-minded people with similar challenges, with different paths, to let them know that they're not alone, and also build a relationship with Mother Nature, the ocean, and create a community. And with that, it's I'd said it's a curriculum-based program, is because ultimately what I found out in the past 15 years of offering surfing to our variety of populations, but primarily our wounded servicemen and women, is about building relationships, and building relationships that are based upon something that is very valuable in life, is trust. And through our week-long program, we develop and create relationships with our professional surf instructors, which primarily I like to grab surf instructors that obviously have the experience and the knowledge of the ocean and how to teach surfing, but also have overcome their own personal challenge. And we bring back past participants, our alumni, as a veteran support role. So it's got a full circle aspect of it. So our new veterans can hear and have the opportunity to hear it from another veteran that has been in their own shoes. And I find that at Operation Surf, that all we do is give suggestions, but we also have an element of commitment, not only you make to yourselves, but to our program. And so, and with that allows people to experience the opportunity to overcome and achieve and surpass multiple goals, not just in one day, but all week. And I think surfing is a perfect platform. It's because you basically are able to reach goals, I guess, every day, and whatever it may be. And so whenever we reach a goal or succeed in something, it builds our self-worth and our self-efficacy and self-esteem. And so, when you do that alongside other people doing the same thing, it becomes a lot of fun, because the fun really is not necessarily in the success. It's actually in the wipeouts. It's because, the thing is we realize that when we bring adults in to learn how to surf, they become kids again. Right. And I was like,
that's awesome.
And every kid loves to see a picture of them surfing. Okay. Yeah. So we implemented a photo process in our programs where we take photos, and it gives them a chance to see their progression of not only their experiences of the day, but everybody else's trials and tribulations. And believe it or not, some of the best and most powerful healing comes through laughter. And guess what brings out the most laughter?
What?
Wipeout pictures.
That's true.
So here you are. You have some of the most powerful healing coming from actually not succeeding. But how you look at it is what can change your life. So it's perspective. So as we sit in there and we all go, no one wants to see you wipe out all the time. Yeah, you got to add in those successful photos. But the joy and the community going through this challenge and this process together, there's nothing like laughter and weird body positions and wipeouts and water and boards flying and people running into each other. Creates a lot of laughter, and that laughter creates healing. And the one huge component is the type of leadership and the type of personnel and the people that we have caring for our veterans is what really makes it work. It's very obvious to our military that people are here for the right reasons, to care and to provide something for them for the right reasons. And when you provide something for the right reasons, and that, it's a lot easier to relax and to enjoy what's being given, because provided is because, believe it or not, this opportunity that that Operation Surf came from was about being of service in my life, because giving back to other people is what I needed to do for my recovery. And so the main foundation is about being of service to others, because I never realized that I would receive so much by giving. And so not only are we helping and providing a life-changing experience for our military veterans, we are actually receiving the same gift. And so it's a full circle program. And there's one big thing about Operation Surf that I do need to emphasize on, that it takes a village, it takes a community. We may be taking them surfing, and there may be the staff organizing and doing everything we can, but every volunteer hour every volunteer minute, week, month, year of commitment, to every penny, to nickel, to dime, to quarter, to dollar bill, to 20, to 100, to 1,000, to a few thousand. Every bit put into the program allows us all to achieve the outcomes that happen. So when you read those studies and the outcomes of that 36% decrease in PTSD, that 47% decrease in depression, and that self-efficacy increase by 68%.
Wow.
If you donated an hour, a dollar, hundreds of dollars, a week, a month of volunteering to thousands of dollars, you are responsible and a part of that outcome. So,
wow.
and I really like to stress that nowadays, is because we can't do this alone. It takes a community, it takes a village, it takes everything that happens to make these experiences happen for our military wounded, and recovering from the traumas of war, or even a lot of things. We find out a lot of our injuries also come from them coming home and just living a very adrenaline filled, on the edge lifestyle. A lot of motorcycle crashes, for instance, and people losing limbs due to coming back and not knowing how to deal with the transition coming back. So, yeah, the question was, what is Operation Surf? Operation Surf is a chance to build a support system, build a relationship with Mother Nature, and learn how to surf. So, I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it, except for it's just, God working through us to be able to provide for other people. And, and one other thing about your drink is I don't, all this stuff happens is because I made a decision to quit drinking and using. I had to throw that in there, because when you said, yeah, let's have a drink on that, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, no problem. But I'm going to tell you what, Operation Surf it exists because one person made a choice to quit drinking and using.
Yeah,
So that's my pitch on that one. But I'm not a pot calling the kettle black, though. So don't worry, man. If you enjoy your drink, no problem. But if you might think that there's a challenge with it or some unmanageability connected to it, you can give us a call, and I'd love to talk to you.
Right on.
That was directed to you. That was directed to anybody out there.
Excuse me?
I said that wasn't directed to you. That was directed to anyone that hears that.
Right. Well, it was funny because even after you explored your story a little bit more, I'm like, I guess I'll just leave this out of the way now. But
that's okay. I mean, not every.
It's part of the show anyway, so it's all good.
It's fine.
Thank you very much for being a good sport about it.
You have to be. It's part of our society. You know what I mean? It ain't no big deal. That's why I said exactly. I'm not the pot calling the kettle black. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. It's
but
cool,
for some of us, it doesn't work.
Right. So. Exactly. Hey, it's all good though.
Yeah.
So we went over. You just covered like a lot of the organization. So I want to dive into like how, like, from your experience, how veterans have come into your program and then how they've left, and if you could like possibly even talk about a few stories that really have highlighted from your perspective, that'd be awesome.
Well, after doing this for 15 years, there's obviously been a lot of people, how they come in and how they've left.
Right, exactly.
But on an average, people come in wanting to learn how to surf and don't even realize that they need to do anything different in their life prior to coming to surf. I don't know let me say this right. How they basically come in here is someone that wants to learn how to surf, and when they leave inspired to become better. And whatever that entails for the individual, that really gets brought out during the week through the relationships, is because we're about wellness, and it's part of our core values about to be our best and to hold each other accountable, and that for every one of our experiences are valued. And so as we go through the week, you know, um, it's really not for me to say how they come. I know they come in anxiety filled, excited, scared, um, you know, curious, you know,
Right.
but how they leave, I'd like to think on the majority of the bases that they leave inspired. They leave um, with a changed outlook in their mind.
Right.
And one of I like to say about it is we hope to create that platform that we can prove to them that they can enjoy and have fun again.
That's
And
awesome.
that may sound kind of awkward, but in some cases, it's really the truth. And and that, you know, with all the other different varieties of departures is you know, that's why we're continuing to do more data collection with John Ossie. We're actually partnering with Whoop. Whoop! I almost dropped my phone off the cliff. We're
You don't
partnering
need
with.
that. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so we are that way. Not only to the number questions, you know, how do you feel 1 to 10? You know what I mean? How to do whatever.
Yeah.
Back suppression systems, all of that. But we're also doing the biometrics of what the Whoop data provides, so we can actually see how people are sleeping and how, you know, just all the different elements of it. It's not my study, and I don't really know all the details on it, but I just know that I know when I sleep good, I know when I sleep bad, I know when I sleep a very little, and I know when I sleep a lot. I know when my heart rate's up and my respiratory system's working overtime. I know all that stuff now, and that's what the Whoop band has given me. And so with our new data recovery study we're doing, hopefully we could add in another study to be published along with Russell Crawford's study to, you know, to add another
Add one to the
study
bucket.
for, well, because I really think in order for like something like surfing to be accepted in the medical field, more importantly the insurance field, because
Right.
I think
Yeah.
it's something that
For
has
sure.
to be accepted to be paid for by insurance. That I think if we can come up with the solid enough data that really proves that this stuff works, the way society is now is you can't really avoid hearing the truth anymore. You can't just avoid it because it doesn't interest you anymore. It's not your concern. But when we find something, and if together collaboratively through all the other organizations, through their studies and our studies, and combined all those things together, hopefully we can find the place to where this stuff can be paid for, or a part of, you know, treatment programs along the way. And remember, we're not a treatment program. We're a surfing program that we
Right.
provide to our population of our military veterans. But we have,
Right.
you know, we're not therapy. We have therapeutic results. So I don't go into this stuff like you're going to come here and get better. I just want you to come here and have an experience and enjoy life. So, and I think that aspect is a lot of reasons why we have that therapeutic results, is because you're not coming to a place to get fixed. You're just coming to a place to have an experience. And as I talked to Russell Crawford about this whole thing is how do you create a treatment without presenting in the very beginning, the first initial wall you have to hurdle, which is treatment. Because I said to myself is I may need to go to a therapist, but as soon as I say I'm going to therapy, it creates resistance instantly. And I create the obstacle that is in front of what it's going to take for me to get the help. And so I told Russell, I says, one of our tasks is how do we present this in such a way that treatment is not in front of it? Is because of that exact explanation. Is I myself, when I look at it, I create a wall. Sometimes it's very tall and very thick, and sometimes it's not. But we just never know what type of resistance we're going to get when you use certain words. And that's why at Operation Surf, we use I statements. And the reason why I do that is because I don't tell anyone what to do. I just share my experience. Like I just share you, this is what I was doing. This is what happened to me. This is how I ended up. This is what I did to help myself. And this is how my life is today. And, you know, and when you share that opportunity in front of people, it builds connection, and it creates an opportunity for people to be able to do something maybe that is a new perspective about something that might help them. So you're getting a lot from me, Ted, right now. It may be bouncing all over the place, everybody, but you know, I think there's a lot. I think I'm saying a lot.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. All right.
Oh my
what do you got?
Say that again.
I said, well, now what do you got for me?
Hey, we're simply just having a good conversation about what you do, man. And
okay.
Honestly, I'm enjoying all of this. I would love to do another Zoom call just to talk to you, man. You seem like an awesome dude.
I'm just a dude doing the best I can, one day at a time. And sometimes my best today is not as good as it was last week, and next week probably not as good as today. But I just put forward and try to do the best I can. So
amen to that, man.
I don't know how cool that makes me, but the thing is I'm just another human being trying to navigate through life. So, you know, that's about it, you know.
Yes. That's awesome, man.
All right.
All right. Hold on 1 second. So like, it's funny because like before the show, I was like looking at your website and looking through some of the testimonial videos, which I totally encourage everyone to go do. Their website will be in the description, or you could just go to operationsurf.org and you could navigate the whole entire website. But there was one video, I don't remember her name. Well, I don't want to like say her name just to, you know, all that kind of stuff. But I actually, some of the stories that are on your website, I got very emotional on. Like it was intense. Like, but it's incredible how they like they would describe how they felt going into it, or like even before going into it. And then after, it's like they've literally repurposed their whole life. Like they're like, okay, I want to go do this, just like how you were talking about, like building up their rehabilitation, their self-esteem, their self-worth, all that kind of stuff. It's incredible, man. It really is.
Yeah, it's pretty emotional and it's pretty inspiring, but
yeah,
it's courageous. You know what I mean? It's like it takes courage to, you know, to lean in into exposing our story. But as I tell a lot of people, is our story is, I believe, actually the ladder out of the pit. Is because I know when we share our stories, it builds connection. And when we share our stories, not only in what happened, but what we've done and what we practice on a daily basis to help ourselves. It gives us a chance to allow people to hear something, to say, your story helped me, I can relate. And, or I tried this and that really helped me. And so it really shows you that by sharing, it actually gives the opportunity to help other people. Without your share or your stories being told, you would never have the opportunity to help anybody because of not sharing it. And more importantly is when we share our story, it allows other people to know that they're not going through this journey alone.
Right. Yeah.
There's
They're
so
not
many
alone.
people that, yeah, they will hear the story and say, you know, I can totally relate. I totally understand. You know what I mean? It may not be the same walk or the same path, but the feelings and emotions are very similar.
Right.
And so, like, and if you allow yourself to look at the similarities and not the differences, but navigating through those feelings and those emotions and the obstacles that they create, more importantly, the obstacles that they create from behavior, really helps us adjust our actions and to be a part of our own solution. And I really believe telling my story, I'm not only practicing it to learn how to do it better, that I now know that my story helps other people. And so now I know everything I went through is for a reason. It's to help somebody else out. And so, so my story and my feedback to all those testimonies that you can watch on our website is that those stories are going to help other people. And if those veterans that pass through our program are able to really look at their sharing their experience, strength, and hopefully the hope to build that faith with other veterans, you know, that their story is going to help people. It's not embarrassing. It can be if you choose to. But the fact is, so many of us share that same story. So, you know, hats off to them for doing that. And yes, they are emotional. Yes, they're inspiring because they're real.
Yeah.
You know, those are real people's lives that are being documented and shared with other people.
Yeah, definitely. It was in the film, in your documentary, that I totally fully encourage everyone to go check out, Resurface on Netflix, which originally, you know, got me to get in contact with you guys. I thought, like, it was awesome, and it was awesome, inspiring, and just really cool, just because I don't know the guy's name or anything, but he started surfing, but I know he had, you know, he didn't have his bottom half, but like he caught this wave and he was just, it looked like he was like his spirit and the wave was just one. Like he was, you know, going down the line, just coming back and all that stuff. And I'm like, it was beautiful. It was just, yeah, it was just really inspiring.
That's Martin Pollock.
Oh, yeah?
Surfer. That guy's a triple amputee. Yeah, if you listen right in there, he says that he'd rather surf than walk. Is because he's talking about a new surgery to where they can put these stainless steel pins into the end of your bones, so you have a better connection and more control over your prosthetics.
Okay.
Which actually give him the ability to walk better, faster, smoother, more efficiently. But those things will make his surfing more challenging. And so if you listen real close to the documentary, he goes, when he's talking about that surgery, he says, I don't think I want it anymore because I'd rather surf than walk. That is heavy.
Dude.
I love it. You know?
No, but that's just crazy.
Well, Martin surfing is what, you know, he told me, he goes, when I'm in the ocean, I feel equal.
Wow.
It's because he sees people with all limbs struggling just like him. And sometimes he's doing better than the water than some people with all limbs. But if you think about it, he stuck to it. He found something. He continued to do it. And he's in an environment to where he's able to, he says, I'm not disabled. I'm differently abled. It's because
Oh, I remember. I remember in the movie he said that. Yeah, he's like, I'm not disabled. I'm differently abled though. So get it right.
because that's a perspective, right?
Yeah.
Like disabled is limiting, but differently abled is not limiting. It just says that I'm not like you, but I'm like me. But that doesn't mean I can't do anything.
Yeah, like you said, it's
And
perspective.
it's
It's
perspective, and that's why words are very, very powerful, and they're very, very hurtful
mm,
too. So, that's why I try to do my best. And if I've said anything that offends anybody, I apologize, because my motives are just to try to help and just to make a message clear. But and so and that message is because that's my actual desire to create opportunities for people to not only help others, but to help themselves.
yeah, and I mean, from some of the videos, I mean, you can literally watch one and you already know that you guys are doing an awesome job over there, man. Like, it's incredible. Like, I I almost actually cried after a few of them, actually.
Well, you're
But
not the only person.
oh, I guarantee you, I'm not the last, or I'm not the first, and I definitely won't be the last either. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The last one I watched was this will be the last one that we'll move on. One of the guys that went through, and you probably know who I'm going to be talking about. I'm not going to name names or anything, but he literally said in the middle of his testimony, he's like, I literally had a plan of going to try to surf and then taking his own life. And then he literally went to surf, but after he did the opposite, he found a new purpose, and he's still alive to this day, as far as I know.
Yeah, he is.
And that's awesome, man.
It's really interesting because he is a very good friend of mine now, and that's what I realized. A lot of our program is about building relationships, because people just don't come to our program and just go away. They do, but a lot of them don't. They create, lifelong friendships and support, if you want to say it that. But that same individual told me a story. He said he came in here as an attitude as a Marine that he was going to go do this, go do that, and I don't need anybody's help. But he got himself in a situation in the ocean. He's all, damn it, I'm going to drown if I don't unless I listen to this guy. And so he was able to listen to his surf instructor and learn to take advice. And he told me, he goes, that situation in the water to learn how to surf in the ocean taught me to listen and take directions from other people. Because at that point, he was unteachable. He was unwilling to take any direction from anybody else. Wow. And when he told me that, I was like, wow, just taking surf instructions allowed him, it gave him permission to listen to somebody else's guidance.
Wow.
So pretty powerful,
Seriously.
But anyway, yep.
Wow. Yeah, that's all I have to say is just wow. I don't really know what else to say.
There's not much you need to say. I mean, we appreciate you sharing your experience watching some of the testimonies captured on film. So
yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, we're gonna just take another short break, and then I'm gonna simply ask you two main questions of the show, and that's gonna be all done. All good.
All right. Sweet.
All right, guys, stay tuned. Where are you hanging out right now, Van?
I'm at the Ventana Grill. Actually, two of my founding board members are moving to the East Coast, and we had a farewell. Well, we had a lunch with them, and we were talking about these are the two. They're an older couple, but he's a former Marine, LAPD, and they helped me create Operation Surf. and they're moving next week to South Carolina.
Oh, very cool.
And I don't even know where they're at. Oh my gosh, they're gone.
Oh, geez.
They're in the restaurant, but this is a restaurant right here. This is their view.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That place is cool. And I've only seen the outside of it.
You see that it's on a cliff.
Wow.
The patio wraps around. They got the bay windows. Goes in
That
like
is
this.
cool. Very rocky.
Yeah, there's a little gazebo where they have lots of weddings. Yeah, very rocky. Well, it's on a cliff. I don't know if you can see this, but
Oh, wow. That's a steep drop. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. I want to come out to California so bad.
oh,
Find them?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Well, my wife's car is still here.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, they're in the car. All right.
Oh,
How much
okay. Like 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to hold you up though.
I'm gonna sit down now.
All right, cool. Nice. All right. Pause for like 5 seconds, then we'll restart or get going.
Okay.
I don't want to take up too much more of your time.
All right.
And we're back on segment 3 of the drink sustainability. I'm your host Ted, as you know, and just want to give a huge shout out and just a third time thank you to Van Curaza for being on the show again.
Thank you for having me.
Oh crap! Did I mess up your last name again? I'm like horrible.
Curaza.
Curaza. Okay, I have to say that at least 5 more times to get it right. Oh my god.
No worries.
But so on this segment, I wanted you pretty much, for the 2 questions I'm about to ask you, one of them you actually really just told me already, but I'm gonna just kind of mention it anyway, and then well, let's go into the first question. So I'm sure you've heard of the word sustainability numerous times. What does sustainability mean to you?
Oh boy, you're gonna.
That might be that's probably a loaded question, a big question.
Kind of like regenerate, kind of like self sustainability allows us to continue, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that it's almost like helping and not hurting. So, you know, sustainable actions, and you know what I mean? I really, you know, I'm in a high school education surfer.
Nice.
Sustainability, you know, I could teach you how to stand up on a surfboard and teach any injuries or whatever perspectives of any limitations, but I don't know if I gave you the right answer you want, but it's to continue to, you know.
Well, no. So like when I ask I love to ask different people, because like you said, but like we were talking about before, everyone has a different perspective, you know, through their life experiences. So I like to ask this question just because I love to hear how other people perceive sustainability and living a flourishing, like you said, a continuing lifestyle that is not only helping them to get better in whatever they're doing and keep them mentally healthy, physically healthy, using the energy and the environment to our advantage without harming the environment either.
Yeah, to continue really sounds like, it's sustainable. So I guess that's fair.
I like it.
Yeah.
I personally like that answer just because it's not like the typical cliche answer where it's like, using our resources to, using our resources to our advantage, but also replenishing the environment, allowing the environment to replenish itself. Like, another lady I had on the show like 2 days ago, she was pretty much saying, I love to help. She helps people as well, just like yourself. And she pretty much said, like, I think of sustainability as just, keeping me sane. And that was it. And then she explained a little bit further, but it's just a simple answer that I think really is nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So
I like.
You like simple, huh?
I like.
Yeah, definitely. It's was it a KISS? Keep it simple. And what's called? Oh, as an individual like yourself, my next question is: how do you become more sustainable as a human being?
Live in the solution and not the problem.
I like it. I like it. Woohoo!
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Yes.
That is that's a loaded question, and I think as powerful and as simple as it may sound, to live in the solution, not
I like
the problem.
I absolutely love it.
Good, because that's what you're getting.
All right, well, we're all good, man. I like it. You're just like be the solution, not the problem. It's so deep and yet so simple. All right, well, I definitely don't want to keep you any longer. I know you got your own hectic schedule.
I'll get creative for you before we turn it off.
Oh, okay.
I gotta share with you a huge part of the success of Operation Surf.
Oh, very cool. I'm excited about this.
There she is, Amanda, and our daughter Kaya.
Hello. How are you?
We're finishing on a good note, and this is everybody. Kaya, scoot over. This is my wife, Amanda.
Hi, everybody.
She's the CEO of Operation Surf. Okay. And this is our daughter, Kaya. And so, obviously, we're going to try to get through this last little bit with her. But, yeah, this is Amanda. And she does, she's the operation and I'm the surf. Okay. She takes care of all the office work, that takes care of all the phone calls, the organizational stuff, and does everything that is necessary, and she's our little chief that keeps things going in the office, and I do all the surf stuff. So together we're Operation Surf.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love it.
And she's patient because she's been waiting for us. So
Amanda, you are a goddess. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's awesome to see you on here, and
yeah, right. It's nice to put a face to the name, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I just have to applaud Amanda for helping put this show together. Like, definitely a huge applause to you for
Thank you.
Responding to my emails and stuff, because I assume you guys are really, really busy and everything. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. I'm stoked it worked out. Yeah, it's been so crazy this year. I'm sure Van's probably talked a lot about it, but just, kind of the season we're at with Operation Surf and what we've been doing and the success, that we've had this year. It's been really cool, and what a gift. I mean, there's a man upstairs that does it all, and we're just of service. So yeah, it's awesome. So I'm glad we got to connect.
Oh my God, this is awesome. Like, I can't get much better.
I love it. And I love that background. That's amazing.
Oh, well, thank you. I thought it would be appropriate for Operation Surf, so I picked this one instead of my studio apartment.
I love it. Well, hey, we're in a car, so. But, I'm sure you saw the ocean behind us, so.
Yes, it's very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, this is our crazy little family. We do everything as a family, so.
She's like a little monkey. She's awesome.
Yeah, our trio. That's how she surfs. Rides on his back. And
there you go. That's awesome. Oh my God, you guys are just amazing.
She's my youngest of three, so I got two older daughters, but Michaela and Autumn. But
cool.
this is our new project.
Very cool.
But I hope you got what you needed, and it's been an honor to be a guest.
Dude, seriously, pleasure's all mine. Seriously, pleasure's all mine.
Okay, so I guess with that being said, you can see that I either need to go outside the car or we need to conclude this.
We will definitely conclude it right here and let you guys have the rest of your evening, and enjoy it.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Ted. You have a good
night,
day,
guys.
You have other plans.
All right, see you guys.
Okay.
See ya.
Later.
Hang on. Do I need to end the recording, or do you?
No, I can. I believe I can.
Okay.
Okay, but it's gonna save onto your. You guys better end this. You're right.
Okay. Why don't if I leave? Well, if I
No,
end
someone needs to stop recording. Or is it done?
Okay.
No, hold on.
Hello everyone. Thank you for watching The Drink Sustainability. Warning. As you watch the show, be sure to clink at your own risk. Drinks may not appear the way that they seem.